So, Theresa May's Brexit deal is slapped down in Parliament. She faces a confidence vote in her government, which she naturally wins as was expected. Then she goes to hold cross-party talks with heads of all parties in Parliament, bars Jeremy Corbyn from those talks, shuts him out of those talks. That leaks to the media. There's a bit of a scandal about it, a small little scandal about it that night. The next day, she invites Corbyn to come and get involved in the cross-party talks. Corbyn naturally says, go fuck yourself. And now she's spun that shit and made it all about how Corbyn is refusing to talk to the Tories about Brexit. Actually, he did say that he would talk to the Tories on Brexit, but the only condition was that they had to take no deal off the table. Now, I think I've got a bit of an apology to make to Mr. Corbyn, because in my last video where I spoke about him, I wondered what the fuck he was doing, trying to call a confidence vote. And to be honest, I do still kind of wonder what that was all about, what he was trying to achieve there. But he now seems to be doing the very thing that I've always wanted him to do on Brexit, and staying the fuck out of it. He's not touching this with a 10-foot barge pole. He's not going near it, because he knows now, well, I think he always knew, his position on Brexit is as weak as hers. The difference is she's the one with the problem, because she's the one that's got to do it. So now he seems to just be like, you know what, I'm not getting involved, I'm staying out of this. And then he seems to be letting the Tories drink their own poison chalice of Brexit in the run-up to March. There's been a lot of accusations of Theresa May winding down the clock or running down the clock until March, so that then she can threaten us with a my deal or no deal type thing. But it seems to be Corbyn that's winding down the clock and just running down the clock, which I think is fantastic. Fantastic. For me, a no deal Brexit wouldn't be as bad as a lot of people are making it out to be. It wouldn't be great. Wouldn't be as bad as a lot of people are making it out to be. And any negative effects that we have as a result of a no deal Brexit when the Tories are in power is just going to help further damage the Tories' credibility. Because everyone's going to see them as the party that failed to get a decent deal with the EU. Everyone's going to see them as the party that was responsible for whatever it is that happens. Be it M25 traffic jams, be it lack of food or whatever it is. So everyone's going to blame them. If the motion in the government passed the other day, we could potentially have been seeing a Labour government at the end of March when Brexit happened. And then what's naturally going to happen when that happens is the Tories are just going to sit on the opposition benches and they're going to sneer and they're going to blame Labour for messing up Brexit and ruining Brexit, for calling a confidence vote so late in the game, blah, blah, blah. And they're going to laugh and jeer and mock Corbyn's Labour from the opposition benches for the entire time that Labour is in Parliament. The entire time that Labour is in government, sorry. That's all that was going to happen. So I'm still not sure exactly what Corbyn was playing at. Part of me says he was just trying to show how weak the government is, because if the DUP hadn't backed government in that vote, they would have lost by one vote. So I think part of him was just trying to show how weak the government is, but there was no need for that. Everyone can see how weak the government is. Everyone can see how strong and stable the government ain't. So I don't think there was really any need for that sort of token motion of confidence in the government. It's still kind of baffling to me, but I do have to offer Mr. Corbyn a slight apology, because he now seems to be reeling back a bit and just thinking, you know what, I'm just going to let the Tory party eat themselves over this. It's exactly what I wanted him to do since day dot, since the beginning. So I'm sorry, Mr. Corbyn. Your position maybe is more nuanced and more thought out than I anticipated. What can I say? I still don't know what you were doing, but hey ho. What goes on in your head is in your head, not mine, so I don't know. As I say, I've been a supporter of Mr. Corbyn's since he emerged as the dark horse candidate for the Labour leadership. And without Mr. Corbyn, or without anybody who doesn't share Mr. Corbyn's ideals at the head of the Labour Party, I wouldn't even be a Labour supporter. I barely voted Miliband. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.